Empty old houses, covered in cobwebs, do not care who inhabits them as long as it is alive, as long as it moves around carrying an energy of some sort, vacationing its long forgotten corridors and grease smothered furniture, prancing around its long abandoned lobby and lending warm cardigans to its dust swept almirahs. I became her house, she became my spectre. The milk has begun frothing in the pan, so I turned the flame on low. Slow has blanketed the lawn like little crystals of meth on the carcass of an adolescent sanity. It is the onset of a long and dark winter in this hemisphere, the beginning of December. Light bulbs flicker and then erupt during electrical shortages up until February nears an end. Blizzards waddle on the sidewalks of the street, bare as a model being painted somewhere in France. March seems to lie a decade away. Dejected, I look up, taking my eyes off the milk. A sliver of gap in the drapes drawn shut over the kitchen window showcase something move in the snow. I do not pay much heed to it, just as I do with most details lately. I remember I used to be somewhat of an inattentive student growing up. During long lectures, always fidgeting, squinting to steal a look at wasps hovering outside the window in the summer heat. I'd pinch my thigh to prevent myself from falling asleep, while the biology teacher with a buzz cut would draw XY chromosomes on the green board with a thick white chalk. The screech it produced as it dragged its jagged tip across the surface used to make me nauseous. I wasn't a bright kid up until my early 20s when I started studying medicine. Everything changed. I felt a switch in me, in my energy, in my rhythm. Days got better, summer nights got starrier. I excelled at what I did until I didn't anymore. My conscience dissolved into lackluster as if quivering hands letting go of a bucket of acrylic paint coming into collision with the white marble underneath, splashing everywhere but where it was supposed to be. The wallpaper came undone. I left my practice where I dropped off my sentient, in a town I barely recognize anymore. I once called home. In the lap of a night where you can still hear the river and a wind chime by the hammock on a desolate porch. Everything changed for a second time then, and now I feel it changing again. This will be my last, or so I believe. Aroma fills up the small kitchen as I remove the lid of the glass jar containing tea leaves. She must be getting impatient, for it's been a while since she's been up and about. Her nightgown is neatly folded by the side of the bed. The bedroom door is half open and the room heater has been lit up. The fireplace in the living area has run out of wood, which I am supposed to fetch before evening falls. Wet footprints stain the partly carpeted wood all the way up to the entrance. She's been outside. I look for the strainer in the top shelf as I shuffle through the other utensils placed in it in a haphazard fashion. She's always been a wonder. Her eyes sparkle brighter than a firefly when she's engrossed in a new book she picks up from a shady bookshop with an old VCR selling business in the back. Her voice is soft, always maintaining the same pace and pitch in all these years I've known her. But then again, I don't at all. Nobody really does. Maybe she knows why she does what she does, why she wants what she wants, and why she craves what she craves. Her toenails are always trimmed short with a fresh ruby pedicure when sunlight caresses her feet at the break of dawn as she pulls the blanket all the way up to her face. She cuts onion in a peculiar way, in a way it makes her giggle instead of tearing up. fair fingers around red strands, making a bun out of them while she rubs her nose, and chuckles as she chops. Her hypnotic frame, shining in the distance, away from everything and everybody, glittery and pretty. So pleasant to eat that one always wants more. I grab the strainer and smash it against the counter. Some form of noise is necessary, for I feel wax has started oozing out of my eardrums. I smash it harder, and then another time, with full force. Remnants of it fall on the slab and remaining on the floor near my soiled feet. I close my eyes. Last week, she asked me to take a look at this cavity forming pus in her incisor. The tooth was already decaying by that time. I pulled it out in her sleep with a pair of wrenches. We haven't spoken since.